Greetings and salutations, and we are back with the semi-finals of the League of Legends tournament held by IGF by our boys and girls at the Rotaract Club of IIT. And the match is proceeding right now. We are in the pick and ban phase. The match is between two PnX teams, Hentai with Senpai and Team Ascension. And with me, as always, is the always reliable Miza casting. Miza, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sorry, man, I need to correct something there. I think it's Team Bench Boys versus Team Ascension.
Oh my
Made a
goodness.
mistake
Yeah.
there.
Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us.
You might wanna ready to commit seppuku.
I am looking for my family heirloom samurai sword as we speak.
Good.
All right. Why don't you run us through the pick and ban phase while I kill myself? Go ahead.
Lovely. All right. So of course we are seeing a Nocturne band. First of all, from sort of Bench Boys, of course, classic because Shy Boy had a phenomenal performance on that. I think the last time Team Ascension played, I'm not exactly sure, but still pretty good. And of course, another jungle band from Team Ascension, which is Viego, where Wicked also had a really good performance against, I think, Hentai with Senpai, if I'm not wrong. Of course, classic Malza band target towards Custom. That is pretty good on that. And then the Wayne band going towards Booyah, classic complete big bands here. And I'm not really sure if Akali is being played by Q2. I've not really seen him play it. Of course, been banned every single match. And Kindred, of course, another carry jungler ban against Shy Boys. So of course, you can see that Bench Boys do deem Shy Boy as a threat in the jungle. So you can see the very first pick here.
Yeah, I would consider him a threat. He's my personal MVP from the last game that we saw of Ascension. And at this point, we've seen both of these teams in action, and we all know they're brother teams hailing from the same clan. And their performance is second to none. It's surprising to see how amazing these two teams are. Team A and Team B of the clan of Phoenix. Oh, which side are you leaning towards this time, Miza?
Well, it's gonna be, I guess, how the draft phase goes. Currently, though, I believe Ascension has picked one of the more, how to say this, OP bot lane picks with the Senna Tompkins, like pretty much infinite sustain, very difficult to kill. Scaling is like insane. So for now, bot lane seems to be solidified for Ascension, whereas Jing Zhao, pretty prior pick in the jungle. It's pretty classic. Camille could be a top support flex, but I doubt it'll go to support with the Tompkins being there. Of course, an MF. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. MF currently is not a good ADC. As I would say, because she does not, output as much damage as all the other ADCs in the current patch. Since we are playing on 14.10, where there was a lot of item changes. I would say Jin, Karthus, Jinx, Draven, Kai'Sa, all those characters are way stronger. So a bit surprising with the MF pick, honestly.
Do you think there could be a situation where this MF is trying to shock the world by going AP here, or do you think they're not going to do that? What do you think is going to happen through Wicked's hands?
Honestly, I think it's just going to be a ADC misfortune. Support misfortune is not good. It's not enough because if you're going a poke matchup, so do you know how there's a bot lane trifecta when you're finding lane matchups? Do you know what it is?
No, do enlighten me. I'm learning. Holy shit.
All right. So basically, in bot lane, how you decide the reason why you leave support count pick for like the last pick mainly is because whoever gets the upper hand in the support matchup usually wins the lane. So it's based like crop types is right. So poke is good against all in, but enchanters or support like enchanting supports like Nami, Lulu, are good against Poke Gems because they provide healing and shielding, and then Enchanters are weak against All In because they don't have any Poke to whittle them down before they go All In. So yeah, that's the thing.
That's not too bad. That trifecta theorem, it's almost like rock paper scissors. I've never seen the ADC role theorized in such a way. And once we see what the ADC pick from Team Ascension is going to be, I think we'll have a better idea on what exactly is going to go down here.
I think you're mistaken again. It's Team Bench Boys that have to.
No, Team Bench Boys has Misfortune already under lock, right?
Yeah, but Ascension already has the ADC on the pick because it is going to be Tom Kench ADC and Senna support.
Holy.
That's why I said right. It's a sustain lane, and sustain wins against what? If you remember properly.
Sustain wins against Poke.
Exactly, and if it was MF support, and MF would be considered a Poke champ, so that would completely nullify it. So she is forced to go into, and it's a double Poke bot lane by Bench Boys. It's not gonna be that good, honestly, because sustain wins always, and
we'll still see. We might be surprised here. Remember, we've seen things that theoretically don't make sense happen in these matches before. Amazing turnarounds by teams. So with us proceeding so far into the brackets, I mean, it's not unreasonable to see the unexplainable happen, right? That's the beauty of these tournaments. So I have high hopes to both teams, so we'll see how things are going to play out here. Last pick is going to be from the Ascension side. So we already have the jungler, the top laner, the bot lane. So who is going to be the mid?
Alright, so of course I think I made a small mistake here because it's actually brand mid Camille support. So yeah, I kind of zoned out when I talked about it. So it's gonna be brand mid against Kassadin. So Kassadin got the counter pick onto brand. It's a bit unfortunate, but yeah. So it's Camille, MF, bot lane against Senna Tomkage.
This is going to be interesting. Well, here's what's going to happen. There is going to be a 3-minute timer for us to basically get a spectator delay to stay akin to the rules and regulations of fair play when it comes to League of Legends. So do you have any closing thoughts that you want to say, or would you ask Cast to make this call and let this play into videos? What do you say? I think it's the best time to make it.
I mean, last time you gave me this choice, I think I just talked throughout the entire 3-minute delay.
Yes, Mr. Yappington, let's do it then.
So yes, I still actually do have things to say here as well. So
go right ahead.
Yeah, we don't want to watch these, videos. People can watch it.
Brother, I spent 20 minutes making these overlays.
Unfortunately, they're not going to be of any use. So yeah.
It is what it is. Go right ahead, Meza. You're the champion when it comes to analysis. So enlighten everybody.
All right, so we'll go lane by lane, so it's easier to digest here. Of course, Urgot and Renekton, both pretty strong early mid-game, characters. I mean, because Urgot skills a bit harder into late game than Renekton, but overall top lane extremely volatile. It depends really on if Subway Pepsi can just use his E ability on Urgot on Renekton at the right moment, because Urgot's overall damage output is actually higher compared to Renekton. I think like plus 3 levels, something like that, until Renekton gets his items. So it's a bit favored towards that, and also in terms of how the players have performed individually, Hydra has been the weak point of Team Ascension, so it might be a bit favored towards Subway Pepsi on top lane.
Alright. So the funny part is I cringe every single time you say that. The man will prove you wrong, man. Remember, there has to be a party that will support the underdogs here. I'm pretty sure Hydra will surprise us this place.
I mean, well, I never said Ascension's gonna lose this game, man. I told you, like, draft-wise, Ascension is heavily favored here.
Ascension will win and you will win. Trust me, Hydra, you're gonna do great.
Now, Hydra will most probably get solo killed in lane, but his team will win. That's how it usually is going to turn out. Unless, of course, he has improved over the past couple of days with practice scrim solo kill, which I would be happy to see actually, because the past few matches it has been pretty, disappointing to see, a player of that caliber losing out in our, 1v1 matchups. But, I hope the
I
best.
wish I could give casters an outro music just so I can play Domo Arigato Mr. Roboto at the end of the game.
I mean, and see, do you see, Mal? I didn't even get time to speak about all the other lanes, and we're already like at 30 seconds. So I need more of a spectator delay, Mal. Telling you, like, this is
more
nothing.
perspective delay. You know what, Riot? You hear this, man? Make it longer. Oh.
All right. Okay. The rest of the match, of course, jungle early game favored towards Jingzhao, though Javan has more an angle towards early game.
We just got a notification claiming our top client got crashed. This is from Bench Boys. The client has got crashed and he has picked wrong summoner spells. And the request is whether the game can be remade with the right summoner spells. However, that is the regulation that is currently set in place. Summoner spells cannot be changed. That entire thing is basically up to the player itself. Kasa, I am sorry to say this, but the match must go on. And that was the sound of Kasa leaving.
Yes. I believe I don't know what the error was. Was it just the client crashed, or was it just
the client must have bugged, and because of that, the top laner chose the wrong summoner spells. As you can see here, the got with the barrier and the flash.
Of course, yeah.
Sorry
so I mean, yeah, it's all good. So unfortunately, these mistakes carry on, and we can't really do anything about it. So pretty unfortunate for SubWFC, but I guess he'll have to play around it. But the good news is, into his lane matchup, he's gonna be pretty useful. But overall map presence is going to be weaker because of the lack of teleport. So he will have to play very well around his his minion waves, and rotate at the right timers to get be there for team fights. Whereas Renekton will be able to really push side lanes and just keep it. So they are going to have more tempo around the map, of course.
Of course. Match paused from the get-go. We will see exactly what's going to happen here. This might be the time period where they inquired whether the match should continue or not.
Manu, I think until then you can probably rearrange the scoreboard.
Of course. Vimukti in the chat claiming classic Raven int. Tell me about
truly, of course, shout out to my boy Vimukti, truly the hate of the entirety of humankind.
The entirety of humankind.
Yes.
Yes, I am. Alright, it's a Tom. Right. There we go. Scoreboards have been settled, and now that they have the call, they should be unpausing the game any second. Let me also unlock the zoom, because of course a good match you need an overall better view. Mirza, would you like Fogovo to stay on or stay off?
It will be better if it stays on, because we can then see how players are working with vision. Yeah. So until the match is restarted, I would like to talk about the summoner spells that they all have opted in for. Again, not a big fan of First Strike or Misfortune against Sustain bot lane. Like PFM is not going to do any damage. Like I would have preferred either Conquer or Press the Attack, because in the current patch, PTA has been buffed pretty well. So it would have made sense to it made sense to go basically crit into maybe a bit of lethality if needed, but considering the amount of tanky boys on Ascension, MF would have to go crit here, so going crit without PTA is kind of confusing, so I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, but yeah. Right, let's see the starting items. Tom has opted in for Ruby Crystal into 2 pots. I mean, of course, sustain lane. I would have still preferred him going Doran's Shield into a pot, because overall sustain against Poke would have been better than Ruby Crystal, but I guess he has Niche has other plans. Of course, Niche being Niche, I'm not surprised him building wrong items. I've seen that personally, so
Oh God.
it is what it is. Of course, now both teams are defending. Okay, Camille goes in for a small trade against Custine, not gonna really matter too much, but I believe she might have gotten like a bit of gold with the support item. So they're trying to get a late ward onto Shaiboy as red buff, which is there. So he probably knows that it's there, and they know that Shaiboy is going to be starting on the top side unless he of course rotates to bot side.
Renekton watching carefully, probably trying to intercept the Gautier, but no, instead thumbs up and he backs off. What friendly competition is happening in this game?
I mean, I think that was just him saying, yeah, nice pick with, with barrier. Like, that's as someone certainly said, barrier වැඩ කරන්න එපා. Shout out to, of course, Lochana Dogam.
My best friend, everybody.
Because he keeps complaining that I steal all of his jokes, so here.
There you go. Credit where credit is due.
Exactly. Of course, okay, Renekton has started with the E, and he's gonna lose the trade because of that. So pretty. Like I said, that was not ideal. Not even ideal. It doesn't make sense because, of course, Urgots usually starts with his E because he gets a barrier. He gets a barrier, and he gets a lift, and of course with DTA he can just proc and get. And of course, it's a bit confusing. Honestly, I'm not really sure why Renekton would go for E. Like, it makes zero sense, right? So again, Hydra making pretty substantial mechanical mistakes from the get-go. I hope that he tries to play it safe and get everything in order. But of course, bot lane, Camille is going in for another engage. Here,
and first blood. Oh no,
okay,
this one gets first blood over the.
Yeah.
Oh, Nishal, our boy.
Yeah, Nish gets gone on the terms. Of course, that's him not respecting Camille's early game damage. The reason why Senna Tamkinch actually works is because of the sustainability play safe. They're playing for skill, they're not looking for trades as much, right? So here, him disrespecting the Camille is what cost first blood. Because it's still going to be alright. I would say it's not that big of a problem because he's going to be able to get his health items and just stack it. So late game, mid to late game, Misfortune is going to be in a bit of trouble. So bench boys really need to get a good lead early on to snowball it. Of course, Skyboy goes in here for a gank on Kassa, and he should.
He should smart into his rooks. Shyboy wasting a flash to get that kill as well.
I mean, of course, that's the classic EQ flash, with Javan, pretty standard mechanics. But really good gank by Shyboy, of course, identifying that Kassa was, ahead in lane without flash, and of course, he didn't have it bolted either. So,
yeah,
of course, Shyboy.
I jokingly mentioned that I want 1v1 Shyboy in the jungle one day, but he's slowly making me regret that.
As they say, man, you're 2,000 years too, early for this. Maybe one day, who knows?
One day, when I'm old and grey.
Of course, yeah, but still, Hydra's early mistake hasn't cost him much because, of course, Doran Shield, sustain, and no mana problems for Renekton. Okay, Hydra goes in for a short trade and actually gets away with it. Pretty interesting. I'm not really sure why people got used his E earlier or something, but this could look like a tower dive angle if Hydra is properly. But then
with the jungle also keeping an eye there as well.
Okay. Oh, and Hydra's supposed to flash away. So a good cover by Wicked on Jigsaw, and bot lane still sustained game. Mid lane is just gonna be whoever's waves are pushed up and whoever jumps more proactive, right? So yeah, he's gonna beat, but again, not much action here.
I think his usual 3 ability damage.
Okay, here there might be a chance for coming to fall, but Nish misses his
Naka.
W, and it's a bit too late on the engage. That would have been easy kill, I would say, because Nish also did not have that much mana to actually keep the fight going. Because, like I said, without PTA, MF requires abilities to actually output more damage. But here, Camille actually goes in for another engage onto Nish, but Nish should get away safely. Okay, here Booyah flashing onto this, but I don't think
Will the Senna go in for the solo? No, she
Senna
does
can't,
not.
because Senna can't, essentially, because again, she doesn't do much of it. She's immobile, and also they spotted out wicket on the beautiful wall that is placed near the entrance to a powerful lane gang. So very well done here. Pretty interesting here. Alright, so Ascension's team is still staying here. They don't want to back in because the wave state is not optimal. They might want to shove this wave out, but they do not have the wave here to do so, so it might be a bit tough. And Bench Boys bot lane is going to have the tempo on the map first. So we will have to see whether Camille wants to rotate towards mid or top and maybe look for a gang. And yeah, as such, they are actually moving towards mid lane. So I think they're trying to catch waves to make sure that no minions are wasted here. A pretty interesting call though. I think okay, Wicked is caught here by Hydra, might actually die.
Wicked does die to the two people that came out of nowhere to pick him off.
Because I mean the mid jungle synergy, even with top, I mean Triboy's solo lanes are helping him out. That's what every jungler wants to see. Of course, with the lane swap here into mid lane, I was thinking that they wanted to pair up with Xing Zhao to get the grubs, but since Xing Zhao got caught out and died, now the lane swap is kind of weird because you don't really want ADCs in the mid lane as early on because it is a short lane and you can't really get much done. But here, of course, I mean, again, I don't think anything's gonna really happen.
The match's tempo is very unorthodox. So things are happening far soon, far.
I mean, of course, like the game from Ascension has to be. They need to slow it down, right? They're looking to scale. They're looking to get souls. Stormking is looking to get items, right? They're playing way too aggressive. They need to let Bench Boy just push in waves. They need to just collect it and let it go because, of course, Q2 is doing great. He has 3 Dark attacks, gets engaged by Camille. No, I mean, of course, I think Love 2 does not die. Okay, good flash.
It's a beautiful flash to ignore the damage. Camille could have
but
killed him.
Nish died. And MF gets another kill. So, again, a bit of mistakes coming from the side of Ascension. They're not really paying any respect to the Camille support.
Of course.
Perhaps they have not gone against it that much, but it is working somehow.
The mid lanes have decided to make bot lane their battleground, but of course Shy Boy and both jungles are also rhyming at the same time. Hydra on the other hand has been...
Alright, let's see, typical top lane matchup. Alright, they just trade in and then they just leave as nothing happened. Both of them just sustaining through, damage for days, but this is why top lane is boring, man. Like, come on, just do Juggernaut. Okay, there is a fight going on actually. Who will win this? I think Hydra might win this because
Hydra is about to end its life.
Okay, Hydra. Yeah, so I think Subway Pepsi, they are actually kind of misplated because, of course, he does not have any items per se to take that fight, and if he at least had, I think if he's going to fight Breaker or any other item here, it would have made sense. But again, the whole tempo is in this map, like you said, is a bit wonky. Like players are not playing to their strengths, their item power spikes, right? It's just it's like a neuron activation, right, with the monkey. Pretty sure everyone has seen that meme. Like,
yes, but the beauty of this particular match is it's best of 3, which means even if this match ends up being wonky, I get the feeling that Zayo is probably out of his element. Maybe the summoner mix-up has caused some kind of mental distraught here, but maybe and hopefully next match onwards things will be back to normal for them. But of
Okay,
course, here Pringle's looking for another play. And they secure it. 4 people diving onto bot lane, murdering both of them.
Of course, a really good play by Bench Boys. They are looking for the gang. Not really sure why Ascension's bot lane was that far up ahead. Oh, okay. Sideboy misses the EQ flash onto Subweapons, but he should still, die from that. So, and for a small mistake, but doesn't really matter. Hydra, I think, benefits from that because the wave is gonna crash as soon as he puts it out, and Urgot does not have TP. Also, I mean, Q2 goes in for a small trade against Kassa. Nothing too big here. Of course, I think here the best play would have been to maybe go Rotophages on Cassadin first before going on to, I think, Malignance, which he is building.
Okay.
But
also, just to notify you as well, Meza, next match onwards, I think we should do our due diligence. We should have the 2 team captains in the VC during the pick and ban. We need to have representatives here in the voice, so they can make a fuss as soon as one of a client back happens, just in case. So our rules basically say that once the match starts, we can't really do anything about summoner bug ups and all of that. However, in the champ select, we will be more than happy to do something about it if the bug is identified early before we enter the match itself. So,
I mean, of course, that or else they could just, I think, drop a message as well on the client.
Whichever works.
Yeah.
Competition needs to happen fairly, and sometimes tough things happen, but we would like everybody to be comfortable in where they are as they play.
So I'm not really too sure about having the captains here during test because it is, competitive play is basically, them actually looking at stuff like this as well, right? I mean, it's not, sometimes bugs do happen, but it's not always. And it's always better to prep your summoners and all the stuff beforehand.
Early on.
Yeah, early on. So I think it's better, we'll just continue as it is. I don't think there's any need to have team captains. But of course, anything goes, right?
We shall find out.
Okay,
so Bench Boys is hungry going after that mid tower.
Of course, not gonna do much because ARAMing at this point is a bit weird. Nothing really happening. Bot lane waves are just minions are just dying. Of course, there's an engage on customer, but he bashes it. Senna uses all, nothing really happens. It's just back and forth trading. But here again, massive macro mistake from both teams, right? Bot lane minions are dying, XP is being lost, money is being called. Why? Like, there's no reason to be in mid lane for to ARAM. Doesn't make any sense. Of course, Hydra on the other hand, being smart, as he should be, he did push out top lane, and hopefully I think he got turret plays as well. And man, making the big
Hydra.
I mean, of course, yes, if he does good things, I will say good things about it. That's simply how it is, right?
Hydra, you're proving him wrong, man. There we go.
I mean, definitely. Of course. But yeah, the small, thing there. But now Hydra is going to his bot lane to, I think, catch that wave, and then, of course, try to push in the tower there as well. So again, Hydra is on top of his macro premium, pretty good. Shyboy is trying to cover for him to make sure that he does no action, or the crocodile doesn't get gone on. Because speaking of the Extreme, have you seen a guy called Fishing Garrett on Instagram or TikTok?
Fishing what?
Fishing Garrett.
Actually, no. Wait,
you should, because you can search him up right now if you guys want as well. He's a dude who goes bare feet in his bare feet through like swamps, and he just jumps on crocodiles, just yoinks them, like the craziest thing ever. That's why I tried to make a Fishing Garrett reference here, but you should probably watch it. You guys will probably enjoy it as well. He's on YouTube.
Garrett. Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, his videos are extremely funny. Yeah, he's very funny, and yeah, that was the reference I was trying to make. Okay. There is an
We're talking about a wildlife YouTuber. This is the wildest reference you could have made.
I mean, of course, the crocodile still gets the 8-legged mechanical man, right? The good ganked by Boy.
Benchbo is absolutely desperate to get the mid at this point using the Herald. And of course.
Okay, does it engage onto Kassa? I don't think he gets levels.
Yes. Casa dies.
But yeah, there is a bit of fighting going on in the middle. I don't really. Okay, the niche eats the Tamil and good perhaps.
But
Yeah, nice. Good. The Hydra is TP on the mid lane. I don't think that TP was
necessary
worth
at
it
all.
at all. If he was gonna TP, he should have TP'd way earlier, but I don't think that.
He's trying to get some worth out of it. And I
Never
think
mind.
he will
I
here.
think
But
he
no,
will.
oh,
He
it's the
got
blue
the
team
flag.
hitting here as well. This
Honestly,
will
I
go
think
either way.
I don't mind. No, he won't. Okay, Susten's keeping all of them alive. So here, I guess, in hindsight, the TP was not that bad. He got a flash and the TP out of.
Mid lane as well.
Yeah. So overall, not too bad, but then again, overall, I still think it could have gone better here. But yes, now Ascension is just starting great. See, the thing is, right, even though Ascension's bot lane has been games in that, it's slowly starting to scale up now. As you can see, Niche is building, I believe, Sunfire, and afterwards he'll probably build Japcho or some other items. So eventually he's gonna scale up. So, if I mean, Bench Boys are on a timer right now. They need to get stuff done on the map as soon as possible rather than here and right. That's why I said that early on, so they made a mistake.
From the looks of it, Casa dies here as well. Or does he get him?
No, he doesn't.
He does not get away. But
but
might find themselves in some problem here. Oh no, he halts away, but
he's out of mana, so I think he should. Yeah.
And that's the death sentence. And
pretty, I would say over there, Bill. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm just telling bad things about all the players, but usually in high stakes matches against players that are really good, you need to sort of talk about these issues because these are what possibly could win them or lose them the game. So in that case, of course, we could have been better for Captain to let his R cooldown reset before all things begin. Then the things are beginning. But no, I don't think anything can happen. Nish has the W and can get away. The control was spots them out, and then I think Hydra here should be able to get the bot cover here, and
Hydra in the minions die instead pressuring the hell out of that god.
Yes, exactly, and also he did something pretty smart that not a lot of players do, right? He let the cannon minion die before he took the tower. Okay, there's an engage on to Love 2 under the tower from he almost survived, but not yet. Because I think Himself should die here. Of course, yeah, he's not going to survive this. A bit of an overcommitment from Bench Boys. They are I think they're slowly starting to use their tool here because they know that they are.
The respiration is causing in their veins. They have to make it at 6 kills.
Yeah.
The goal deficit in their face right now.
I mean, of course, that's how much that's 5k. Looks like
Yes.
more than 6k now. Yeah. So there's a 6k goal deficit. Yeah. So unfortunately, right now, Captain's kind of a big boy right now, and you could probably guess why Kaiser calls him daddy. Okay, maybe that's probably going to be but hold up, wait a minute. Guys, if anyone knows the law here, you all know that extremely sus of me to say that. But if no one knows about the law between Captain and Kaiser,
then you're safe.
Yeah, you're safe, right? So please don't look into it.
Yeah, definitely don't look into it.
Yeah, of course. So apart from that, Ascension is covering the bottom quadrant of blue team. So they're trying to make sure that nothing really happens here. So I think Dragons are not spawning for a while as well, if I'm not wrong. So just taking all the camps out here. Will the Shinto just jump in? After there's an engage onto the initial, just patch away the prime. This looks like a prime MF alt angle, but Nish is doing his due diligence by keeping her away. So good job by him, and of course MF goes in for the ult, but Cassie Ninja on the flank to just complete shut that down.
In the right world, this would be a team wipe now. Is it going to be a team wipe or does
It is gonna.
Oh, Nish does not
he completely missed the Tamkid Q. Pretty unfortunate, but
he really needs some stun game there.
I mean, Yeah, but you know, with Camille having scissors for her legs, you know, you need to be careful that the tongue
Of
doesn't get cut
course.
off.
Of course,
Right.
I would like to personally welcome Dogam to the stream with his explanation of no Raven. Yes, sadly he did mess up his summoner spells, but it is a best of 3, so he still has a chance to turn things around if it does end up playing a big effect into how the game is going.
Oh, sure, yeah. So right now I would say it might be a win. I would say. But if there's no, I mean, even if there are small throws here and there, right? Like Ascension should be able to close out this game. So the issue right now is, I would say, if I have to name a couple of mistakes that happened, apart from potential mistakes, the brand pick in mid lane not really ideal. Even though it's a comfort pick, he doesn't play too well. He's not meta because for a reason.
Nishal
But,
find himself in hot water here once more. The entire blue team heading towards him and he's dead.
This is just typical support game. I mean, it's not. I'm not. It's not just it. Normally, any support, you know, they're trying to get vision down, and sometimes they will die for it. So it's completely normal. And
Of course.
yeah.
Are they looking for a Baron here, or are they simply trying to catch people out of
I think that's.
Oh, but
that's
Wicked walking away.
Okay, the cousin Q just follows him with you know, away from the crossband as well.
It's like, let him die.
Yeah. So right now, Captain is Giga strong. I think I'm not really sure what his building was. I say it's Shadow Flame or I'm not really sure what I am, but he should. Yeah, he should be looking to build a Medjay. But no,
he has 10 stacks on his Dark Seal, so he probably should.
Yeah, but I think he instead of he's opting for a Zhonya's. I mean, safe play, I guess. If you don't want to really
He didn't want to lose his stacks, you know, not too easily.
Exactly. You know, but you know, if he was a real baller, he would have gone for the.
He would have immediately gone for the upgrade.
Of course, yeah. I mean, and you know, like I like to say, you really want to upgrade to the Meza Soul Stealer. I just not Meza is.
Kratos running in to escape. Yeah. It was almost as if he was like, hit me, while he took care of the wall.
I'm pretty sure Kami is starting to feel the weight of the tongue on the. Not really sure if that's the correct way. I mean, that's right, but. Oh, he dies here, but Cyber gets a massive ult. But of course, I don't really think it. Yeah, he did. I mean, this is. Yeah, oh, that's the. Because Anga coming in clutch, he's able to.
He can. This could be a turn.
Honestly, he can kill. Oh, never mind. Can he kill? Oh, he does. Beautifully played. Oh, he's gonna kill. Oh, nice try.
Senna trying to make a Faker-like play there, man. Of course,
really good play. Yeah, really good play by Q2. You know, just trying to remove as many members of Bench Boys as possible.
Of course. Now I'm developing a little bit of interest towards Q2 just as much as I have towards Shyboy.
Of course, I mean, Q2 has not been, you know, that big of topic of the discussion normally because we haven't seen him on playmaking champions, right? But with Casting, he's actually leading third, so he's doing good things. And he actually got use out of his Seeker's Arm card, which is big value, by the way, like
that
getting use of Seeker's Arm card.
We questioned him. We thought he wasn't a big baller, but he ended up balling over all of us.
I mean, surely, but still, I'm still. I would have preferred the Miza's role stealer, you know. Like,
of course.
You either go big or you go home, right? Like, come on.
Yeah, well, he made them go home instead in that, so I am absolutely happy with the direction that play went there.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And they're trying to catch up Nish for the third time. Will he fall for it?
Of course, Love 2 is there, trying his best to make Nishal not die. But with these 3 people chasing them, I don't know if they can do anything about it. Stopping him from going away! And he had to burn the flash get out, but I don't think that will work here. He's dead! And of course now Red Team coming back into the fight, trying to make something happen here, and I think they will! Oh and my goodness, Pandemonium.
Truly, but again, I think, yeah, Cassidy loses out and he dies, but his team is there to just clean up everything.
That was the quickest back and forth I think I saw in this tournament.
I guess kinda, because I think Cassidy went in too early, but he was not there for the collapse because they were, farming and all that. But of course, they are starting. Currently, God really can't do anything. The only thing he can do is just miss waves and look to get.
Watching the big worm get funneled by the red team here.
I mean, of course, and I would say overall, it doesn't look too good for bench boys. I mean, nothing. I don't think anything's really. I don't think there's a comeback angle. Is what I'm trying to say because.
Like I said, we might be surprised. I'm gonna keep my heart and my mind and my eyes open for a play.
Also, another thing, maybe an itemization error, maybe not, but I'm not too sure about it. So the usual item you go as like your main legendary item on Camille support is actually Eclipse, because you get max health percentage damage, which is really good against Tamkinch, and it can absolutely disintegrate Senna. So a bit confusing as to why he decided to pick Sandra's guy here. Maybe he wants to be a bit tanky, but then if as ahead as she was early game, it would have made sense to go for the lethality starting before opting in for like a cruiser item.
A whole lot of fights happening this game, and I think something is about to brew right here.
And we could might it off. So red team gains absolutely nothing as of yet from this. They do clear out vision here, which is pretty decent. They are trying to look for a potential tower dive here. I'm not too sure. Yeah, this could be a potential tower dive going in. Of course, but Renekton is pushing in the mid lane, so they may be trying to. No, I don't think there's a synchronized mid lane.
Ideal distraction, but a fight might still break through here. The distraction might end up being for their disadvantage.
And they are okay. Camille engaging onto the Senna, and
that engage might be for naught because Senna does die, and Q2 using his. Oh, I thought that was death sentence for sure.
I mean, yeah, but here Renekton is just free pushing mid, right? This is what I said, like macro wise, team doing love. I told you, Hydra may be making small micro mistake, right? But his macro game, he's on point, and that's what you like to see from.
This is why we love Hydra. We love Hydra with the.
No, I think, but he might have made another small mistake here by overstaying, but.
It doesn't matter. Your actions speak your worth and value.
As soon as sing praises of Hydra, it's like yeah.
Maybe I should. I am a jinx machine, aren't I?
Oh, Anish does not get away. The normal.
Bench boys have been benching Mitch since the start of the game.
Oil that, you could say Tamkinch is readying up to set up a dancer about that for this celebrations as well, feeding the blue team. But overall, not too shabby of a play by Hydra anyways to get the inhib. So now Ascension really needs to look to either get the bot tower or the mid tower, because the issue here is as soon as Booyah catches the mid wave, he's gonna easily be able to farm and get experience from the super minion waves that are coming in. So it's best that they do not take too long to break down the other inhibitors and try to make a push in for the other inhibitors and possibly the Nexus afterwards.
Of course. We're seeing a moment of like calm and quiet in this tournament as both teams are approaching the battlefield once more from the Nexus.
That as well, and another thing here is Tamkinch is opted in for a Heartsteel, but the problem is the Heartsteel came as the third item. So the issue here that is he's going to be stacking it a bit too late, and it's not going to be as useful. So it would have been better if he had actually opted in for maybe I would say a Jack Show, or if you want an HP for maybe a warm up or something like that. So bit of a small, I would say.
Of course, trying to be tank and trying to deal damage at the same time. Heartsteel usually is really good at that, but I get the feeling that at this point dealing damage is the worst thing you can do.
Maybe, but there's small engage going in onto Hydra by I don't think nothing can happen.
Okay, they just damage. I never expected him to deal that much damage.
More than that, I'd just like to see the three boards Ascension just put onto the entrance there. Oh, I think you can see that, right? Just move it up.
Of course,
Yeah, see, you see the three words, right? Not really sure what the idea there was, but
It's a symbolism for the three musketeers.
of course, or the three monkeys, right? Fear no evil, speak no evil.
See no evil, hear no evil, do. Is it do no evil? Or am I mistaken?
Man,
Speak
yeah,
no
I was
evil.
about, I was about to say something, but I was not really sure if it's
I
intention
don't
sake.
think that would have been appropriate. I sense
Exactly. Of course, I mean, I'll keep my mouth shut on that. But of course, Red Team is slowly pushing in both the side waves here. Because Hydra should be perfectly fine pushing in bot lane. He is a tanky boy. And yeah,
Kassa being a big help when it comes to the clearing here.
exactly. Good catch on that. Because currently, Blue Team actually has decent wave clear with the brand and, you know, MFC kind of. So what Red Team need to do now is they need to push in the next wave, go on to Baron, get Baron, and then push in. Because with Baron empowered minions, it's hard. It's harder for Brand to really do much. So
He's guiding them towards the wards, the guardian totems.
of course. I mean, again, not really. I don't think they should be backing now.
I think.
Yeah. But I guess they have money to upgrade the items and all that. So here we can see Kasdin has opted into sell his Dark Seal. Because at this point it's not going to really matter much. He's going to go for the Void Staff instead, I think, or the Crypto Bloom. I think he might go for Crypto Bloom actually.
Of course.
Not too
Baron
sure.
has a ride, and from the looks of it, Ascension is eyeing the big worm once more.
I mean, they should because they are currently very strong. I don't know if Bench Boys really know that they're Baron because they didn't see them backing. Senna is trying to keep them away from it, and they're not actually doing any damage to the Baron right now. So, Bench Boys might be able to get down here to mid tower for
In
this.
the midst of that, Bench Boys pushing through me. It's almost as if they have no sense whatsoever, but Hydra comes in haste since the Baron take.
Honestly, right now the team should be looking back. Okay, I think the back was a bit too late here. They might actually get him as well. But it's not going to be that big a problem. There is a collapse coming in from behind, so they might get actually completely run over. There's an engage going on to Hydra here, but he's not really targeting. He's still sustaining mid lane. Kassadin kills off the Misfortune. Okay, and Brand is trying to actually get me, but I think he might get spotted out by Shy Boy, but he actually gets away. So now they're actually trying to collapse onto Urgot and maybe, you know. And he's gonna get caught. He actually flashes out. Will he get away? I don't think so. It's
I think there's no way he can escape. And the
yeah, again, a bit of an overcommitment. I think Q2 is looking in for an all-in onto the Brand like a pretty standard gameplay there. If you see Kassadin just stand up using his ult, you know he's charging up his ult to do mad damage. Like that's also thing. So always this. Be careful.
Okay, Kassadin returning with no mana left in his system. But it's safe to say that with two inhibitors down, Bench Boys are in a rough situation.
Of course, indeed. I mean, the only saving grace right now. Ooh, that big damage onto Camille. He must have got one shot from, I think, Senna's damage. Or is it Senna and who can't catch?
Combined
Yeah,
might
so
of Team Ascension.
yeah, again, right? So the saving grace right now for Bench
Of course,
Boys.
sorry about
Yeah.
that. I was just notified that the match has concluded, but we are going to keep watching all the same.
Yeah, so regardless of what I was going to say was that the saving grace for Blue Gym is that they have managed to get the mid inhibitor, which means that the waves are not going to be exactly synchronized for Red Team. But here it is a Elder Dragon fight, so they are trying to push in mid wave and then rotate down and get
Alright.
presence into. They might actually go in for an engage in mid lane. Not sure what's going on here. They are trying to push in mid lane, mid Baron and power minions, but that doesn't happen. If they manage to clear out vision here, it's going to be pretty much impossible for Blue Team to actually, even contest Elder. But of course, Senna is clearing out mid wave as she should, making sure that the minions do not get pushed in. Of course, anyway, this could be anyone's game. Kermit tries to go in for an engage onto Senna, but Dumpkin does save him.
They're looking for that dragon. Ascension's looking for the dragon, but the Tam is backing to defend.
Yeah, but there is a minion wave that's actually pushed in from top side, so there could be a TP going onto that as well. That could be not a factor, but we can see that Bench Boys is actually backing off right now, and the waves are still pushing on to Bench Boys'
They do have
base.
their
So,
relevant buff, so we might see something here.
I mean, surely Love 2 has like mad range now, right? Okay, there's a flash engage trying to go on Seesaw, but you know, the W misses.
But the engage happens. Red team going in for the fight, and they're running away once more.
Yeah,
They
this
are
is running. I
really
don't think,
expecting the
okay.
Herald.
Oh, Cypher going in to get a massive ult. Alright.
Holy! I think we are witnessing the NBA move.
I mean, yeah, of course, and that's not like all this too tanky, Camille can't do anything. Yeah, and that's GG. I mean,
Yeah,
that's.
for a moment I doubted Nish there. This match has not been his friend.
I mean, as I said right earlier, the Tomkins' cool deal is scaling into late, getting items, right? So his early deaths, as detrimental as they were early on, is not going to really change the outcome of the game if it goes above like 30 minutes, because if they have like hyperscales, right? Cassadin, Senna, Tom, like they all do like mad damage and they scale pretty hard as well. So unfortunately, the clock just ran out for Big Boys.
And of course, Team Ascension ends up grabbing the win here. I have to update game 1 of semis. Team Ascension wins. I do have to update like the personal group, so the drafts will be updated accordingly. But yes, that was an exciting game. So Mirza, your faith in Ascension has not been misplaced. So what do you
Of
think?
course,
What do you
bro.
think about what happened here?
Dropped it. And unfortunately, as harsh as it may sound, the brand had no impact in this game. I'm not really sure like what he was trying to be in this, this the draft that they had cooked up. It had no identity. Of course, Ascension really did have an identity. The whole identity was okay, frontline with the Jarvan, Renekton, and Tompkins, whereas Senna can stay in the backline, just do damage, and of course the Casting can just just one shot the backline as well. So Ascension had a clear draft identity, whereas Bench Boys was like all over the place. Khalil wants to go in, Shinza wants to go in, but then Brand has a sit back, but then he got outplayed in mid lane, and then he wasn't doing damage. Misfortune wants to all, but then they don't really have many tanks. Camille, of course, is going to go for more damage focused build, and it's not enough, right? So it was all over the place, and there was no one to really peel for the MF as well. So that was the main issues that were there. Of course, a lot of mechanical mistakes there from Bench Boys afterwards, but the early game was pretty strong. So if they can sort of figure out where they went wrong in the mid game, they can maybe bounce back in game 2.
Of course, I expected to do an interview here, but I think the interview would bring bad juju since it's in the middle of BO3. So why don't we go into a little break? And the match should start in approximately 10 minutes. Let's set. I will speak to the teams in my start early than that, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back, Mirza. That was some amazing insight you brought to us in game 1. Now we're going to take a break. We're going to talk to both the teams, and we will commence pretty soon. So I'll see you soon. And we are back with game 2 of semis. As of right now, Meza is dealing with something right now. So for the beginning bit of the game, it'll be me. It'll be just me. So I hope you enjoy that. Of course, pick and ban phase is happening right now, and they're clearly going for what they're usually going for. Let me remove these logos for you guys, so you guys can see what's going on here. Of course, this time along as well, they're sticking to the bans that they picked very early on. Almost as if they know by their heart that even though whatever happened in the last game, the best champs are still the biggest trouble that they can face against. So, unwavering spirit showcased by both teams. So that'll be great. And of course, we have a little guest here to preoccupy us while Meza is away. Kian, my one and only second admin of IGF League of Legends. Kian, would you like to say a few words to the people?
Hello, hi. At the same as the last game, we can see a Camille in this game. Is he the support?
From the looks of it, yeah, they might be continuing on with the same trend here, but only time will tell, right? Mordecai's pick potentially top, but like I said, these two teams have been the kings of unorthodox picks, and like with Nishal's gambit with the Tam Kench and Senna showcasing last time as well. So only time will tell what's going to happen here. So Kian, did you enjoy the last game? You were watching alongside all of us. What did you think
Yeah,
about the performance from both ends?
to be honest with you, I thought that, okay, so they would have Cassadine, they would have Senna, they can scale in the late game, so it's a win for the red team, but the game goes by, they did some mistake, and blue team get the lead from that, but they still won the game, so I really enjoyed that game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this is well, we're about to see peak competition happen in the finals, which will be happening live LAN. So you guys will be able to see the competition in person, see the perspiration, feel the players' head as they lead their way through a best of 5 finals game that will happen live. Information will be set through the RAC IIT Facebook page, so do keep an eye out because that's gonna be one hell of a time. So there is that as well. And from the looks of it, the pick and ban pace is going. We might see a Nidari jungle from Team Ascension here. I'll be honest, I've never gotten the hang of Nidali on me personally. I know the fact that her spears hurt hard when they shot from afar, but they are quite a challenge to land. And from the looks of it, we're back in the ban phase again. What do you think? Do you think they'll stick to the same bans as before because they're calculated to counter each and every player? These guys know each other pretty well because they're hailing from the same clan. They've probably faced each other quite a bit continuously, so they might still stick to them. And no, we see a Cassadine ban this time, trying to keep Q2 away from the
Oh wow. Yes. It's a good choice, I believe, because last game Cassadine just hyper carried the game.
Yes, well, this time around we're about to see some change here. So I wonder who Q2 is going to pick this time around, so we'll find out. And with the Echo ban as well, Q2 clearly being targeted here. Cassadine, Echo shut down. Of course, when it comes to Shy Boy, the glorious Nocturne ban. That's all. That's what we love to see because he's notoriously good on Nocturne.
Oh wow, Leona.
Yeah, Kaiser Leona bot lane heading from Team Bench Boys. What do you think about that?
Well, actually, they can scale pretty hard because Kaiser's passive can active with the Leona's stuns. Leona got tons of stuns, so pretty good.
Of course. And oh, the hover over Nunu though. That would have been so beautiful. I would have screamed if he went Nunu.
Oh.
I'm a self-proclaimed Nunu and Milamp and Garen main. Just saying, if any teams want a bronze to silver player, I mean, I'm at your beck and call. Just drop me a text. I'm pretty sure we can figure something out. That was sarcasm. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to compete at this level. But we love to see it, regardless. a Nafiri pick as well. A Nafiri mid would be a very interesting here considering its melee potential and all of that. With Nidalee and Nafiri and Jinx also being the best late game pick that they can go for. They seem to have a very interesting balance here in terms of mid to late game. This is quite possibly where Nishal's team Ascension, is going to shine, while red team Bench Boy seems to be going a complete opposite direction. Of course, that could also change depending on whether Malphite's going AP or tank. So we'll find out. And this is where the mishap happened last time. Last time we had a situation where dear old Zio Raven here had a client issue which caused the selection of his summoners to fail. Because of that, we got to see an Urgot with barrier, but that might change. And hopefully things will go well this time around in the pick and ban phase and the summoner selection. I am a bit confused here. What do you think is going to happen? What is Malphite's role and what is Mordekaiser's role? Well, we're about to find out. Wukong, I might potentially think is going to be the jungle on their end. What do you think?
I believe it's a Malphite mid lane against a Nafiri because Malphite can go tank or AP. I believe Malphite gonna go AP on this game because he can just one shot Jinx, so it's a big deal for the team fights. And Mordekaiser should be on top lane, so he can just 1v1 against Camille. So that's how the game gonna be, I believe.
Of course, that Jinx and Nidalee are in danger if that Malphite scales kills and gets dominance early game. It's going to be like a nuke dropping on them if they get caught off guard in the lift. Of course, now we had to go through the infamous spectator delay here. I'm happy to report that both teams have been incredibly good sports about the Summoner Spell mishap. As somebody who had the opportunity to organize a league tournament for the first time for this community, thank you IGF and IIT for giving this opportunity, by the way. It's amazing to see that a mishap like that, still the rules stop them from remaking the game even though they've already gone into the game, but they were incredibly good sports about it. And of course now Bench Boys has a chance to basically win back the opportunity here, so we'll find out. Also, from the looks of it, Lulu, Nishal is playing support for the team, which is a bit surprising because Nishal, whenever he plays casually with all of us, I've never really seen him like gravitate towards that role. Kian, thank you so much for keeping us company all this time. Meza has finally arrived from his gluttonous journey of having dinner. Meza, why don't you take the stage, man?
Of course, man. I was cosplaying Damkinch. Sorry, boys. Sometimes you get the urge to be the frog.
Of course you do. Of course you do. So,
Yeah.
what do you think about the picks bans and the selections here?
Very, very surprising to see an Italy pick. I was not ready to see that actually. They're going for a Jinx Lulu bot lane, which means, of course, we're looking for that late game scaling, and giving survivability. And of course, it's sustained against Poke. If you remember, Manu, what's the trifecta?
Yes, of course. Poke loses against Sustain, of course.
Yeah, but here I saw Leona on Bench Boys' side, so I think it's engage versus sustain. So who does it favor?
Engage versus Sustain. Sustain would win.
That is
I
where you're
got
wrong,
it
kiddo.
did I?
Yes, you got it wrong. Engage beats out sustain.
This is exactly why I don't touch bot lane. Exactly why I can't
Well,
make heads or tails out of it.
Game of rock paper scissors every single time you queue up for that lane. So
Of course.
regardless, actually, so pretty interesting to see that Kasa has opted to go for a Malphite mid, and then we have a Nafiri mid as well. I would have actually preferred the first strike Malphite because that actually scales in extremely hard into mid to late game. So I mean, Arcane Comet not too bad, but first strike would have been beautiful. Of course, once Monol has done rearranging the scoreboard, we can.
Nice way of reminding me, by the way. Thank you
Yes.
for that.
Of course, we can see Wukong jungle and into Needle jungle. So again, I'm actually very hyped. Actually, out of all the matches I've seen, to actually see a Sri Lankan player actually pilot Needle, because Needle is one of the more harder champions to actually, make an impact, because her spear, if you can't land it properly, doesn't really do much. And I actually played a Needle game recently, and I just completely just
Whiffed.
got jungle. Yeah, I whiffed and I just got jungle guy pretty hard. So I know how hard this champion is. So
And
I'm
of
pretty
course,
sure
we're
though.
seeing it in the capable hands of Shy Boy, who's been
Exactly.
doing nothing but impressing us throughout all the matches that we've seen him take part in.
Actually, exactly. And of course, he has opted in to go for Conquer, which is pretty interesting though. I guess it kind of makes sense because they do have tanky, characters, Mordekaiser, Wukong, Malphite, and Leona. So going Electrocute or Dark Harvest would really make too much sense. It's a good summoner spell choice as well. Though also I have not seen Nafiri meet in a while as well, because she was a bit underpowered recently due to, I think, there was some lethality item nerfs, and the passive doglets also got nerfed. So again, but early game should favor towards Nafiri regardless. As of course, Q2 is landing all of her Qs, and also landed the second Q as well. So I think Malphite took a chunk of damage. Top lane is gonna be, all right. I don't think it's gonna be too big of a deal. Okay, Kratos goes in for a flash engage, but completely hits.
That's a darn shame. Hydra looking to deal some early damage here, but also gets punished back with the auto attack. But Hydra seems to be winning the health game here. What are you expecting with the sustain that Mordekaiser has? I don't think that will be a big deal.
Well, early game actually, Camille is not considered to be that strong of an early game champ because she scales pretty hard with items. But then again, you should never underestimate a Camille that plays with a passive up, because a player who uses Camille's passive properly is a very scary Camille player. And yeah, so what overall CES wise, I mean, it's going pretty much even across the board. Nidalee has opted in for a invade onto the top quadrant, and I think Wukong is not ready for that. I think he's actually waiting for Wukong to come here and face check. I think there might be a engage going on here. Nidalee actually jumps onto Raptors. He might fall for this, not to be sure.
No!
He might actually face the consequences of being too aggressive, though Q2 is here to help him out. Oh no.
Flashing for that, but
That's what I think. He might actually take the wrong mistake.
on this and getting the kill on Kasa.
And
Blood on
unfortunately.
Fury. Holy cow. Okay.
So pretty interesting turn of events. I don't know if either Shy Boy is extremely far here. He was like, I'm going to waste all my ability cooldowns. Actually, before that, Lulu gets engaged here on the bot lane, but Kai'Sa has no mana to make any plays here. So not too much damage on side of Ascension as well, but I think it's going to be a stalemate here. Nidalee might look in for a spear. It lands, but I'm not too sure. Yeah. No, they could.
It may have not have worked out as he expected, but it is sure keeping that the red side ADC unchecked there.
Of course, for sure, definitely. So Manu, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen towards overall the game stands? Hydra going in for the
But of course, the shield comes in clutch to the Mordekaiser there.
Of course, I mean, everyone has to see the big, massive shield that just pops up not randomly, but when you're fighting Mordekaiser, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to kill him, and then boom, 800 HP shield.
Yes, the biggest enemy for every Garen player out there.
Alright, Manu, let's test your League of Legends knowledge.
Oh god. The worst thing you can do.
Which draft is more favorite? I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to see your reasoning.
I think Ascension's draft is more favorable. All because Shaibo, even if Shaibo falls behind, I get the feeling that he can farm up and get that insane Nidali damage that usually comes in the games that I've seen of Nidali. Jinx is obviously going to scale up even as well, and if Love2's farming is anything to be taken into consideration, he's going to be insane at it. And from the looks of it, Mohd is looking to build like fall back into being tank for some reason. He's building tank boots. Don't know if there's any particular reason for it, or maybe it's purely because against the Camille pick. But in terms of scaling alone, I would like to give this draft towards Team Ascension here. What about you?
All right. So I'm not too good at analyzing stuff like this, but I'll try my best. All right. So essentially, the Pedestal Cap's not gonna do too much in this matchup because Camille's
true damage, yeah?
Q2, yes, it ignores armor, right? It's like building armor pain boots against the weight. It doesn't really make sense.
It's like building plated against the Demo.
Of course, of course, right? I didn't bring that up. I'm not gonna hold that.
I know it went in your brain and you stopped yourself.
Maybe. I'm not gonna confirm or deny that. Maybe, anyway, so regardless, here it would have been ideally better because the damage profile is actually mixed as well on the side of what do you call it, Team Ascension, because Camille, AD 2 damage, Italy AP, Napiri, AD, Jinx AD, and then Dodo, not really much. So it does mainly AD damage, but I'm not too happy with the tier 2 boost purchase as of yet because I feel like he could have gone for more aggressivity, but there's a.
He's in Brazil!
I don't think Hydra's not going to. There seems to be no way.
Wow. The Zio Raven making his comeback, saying the last game was a fluke.
Oh, beautiful flash by Q2 there. Pretty good. Nishin's getting engaged on as usual. Every game there he is being the target here. Okay, Love2 misses her. He's lovely, but doesn't really matter too much. He's been targeted by the minions as well, but I think Leona might be able to kill him. Nah, he whips it. So I think Love2 actually panicked and wasted his lens. I don't think there was really any reason to use it. As you can see,
Subway Pepsi about to die here from the
Shyboy is near to die. So he's actually keeping his spear until that was nice.
Oh my god!
Good follow that up.
The instant flash.
Yeah, really good play by Triboy, of course. Because we can see Triboy actually is performing quite, I would say, better compared to Wicked in this game because he has been, on the map for way longer than Wicked has in both the games as of now. Though not to take anything away from Wicked as well, he has been playing quite well. But benchmarks have to be very, you have to be very cautious of, how Needle is pathing, and they really need to put in some aggressive wards in the blue side jungle.
Of course.
So, but there is a CS discrepancy happening in mid lane, where of course Kasa is behind by around 20 CS. Yeah. So it is a bit difficult.
The range that the Nafiri has doesn't seem to help him much here.
Of course, but then he is building AP, so that's the main reason why I said going first strike would have made sense because ideally you want to use the money that you get from first strike to build your items so that you can actually snowball off that. You can actually go for ganks in the bot lane, top lane, and snowball. But with Arcane Command, you can't really do that, and you're kind of stuck in lane farming for longer. Not that you're guaranteed more gold just because you run first strike, but if you play correct with Malphite's shield, first strike can't be removed. Right?
Of course, he has more leeway towards getting into engages and throwing that unavoidable rocks.
You mean the cheese wheel?
Yes, the
cheese wheel. Yeah, the cheese wheel.
That has annoyed me quite a bit.
We can see
putting the traps, keeping Booyah away.
Alright, so there is a potential tower here. All 4 members of Team Benchboy is here, but they might be just going away. They just wanted to test the waters, see if there are any TPs going to come along. But Team Ascension is a bit smarter. They push in the wave. They're not really too scared of tower dive at the moment because of course the health.
And it's is happening once more.
Of course, but Camille should be able to get away from this.
How
unless-
sure are you? How sure are you?
I'm not
Zao
sure.
gets
When you
the
mind,
kill.
I lied. So unfortunately, there again, I think Camille is gonna be put in on the back foot pretty hard right now because Camille needs items to perform, right? And if you give the lead this hard to Mordekaiser, you're never gonna like fight him 1v1 until you at least get like two to three items.
Zaya proving everybody in YouTube chat wrong. Where are the haters now? Where are they?
I mean, of course, not to take anything from Zhao, because early last game as well, even with the whole summoner spell, he still did decent. It was just that the jungler kind of showed up multiple times,
Of
and
course.
I mean, in a isolated top lane matchup, of course, Zio is favored over Hydra. You can see that he has killed Hydra like 3 times. So yeah.
And with the Rylai's also helping his cause, I think it should be pretty much guaranteed if he can stop that stupid jump away technique of Camels.
Of course, I mean, and also like capitalizing on not layering abilities properly.
Of course.
Of course, okay. For people who don't know what layering is, it's basically just knowing what to do in response to a different action, right? If someone uses this ability, what I'm going to do then? It's basically a response to an action, essentially. To anyone who's interested, of course. Okay, Kasa just goes in for an engage onto the dog, but there is a flash on Nafiri and the flash on Wukong. So Nafiri is actually fighting back. Just gets away. Pretty good. Well played by Q2 there. I mean, that's all you could ask for, right? You took the enemy's attention, you brought them in, you wasted their resources, and giving as well. That's just overall just playing beautifully. I mean, he couldn't have played it any better, honestly.
The 2 dogs coming down mid lane. 4 dogs.
4 dogs? Hold up. Where are the other 2 dogs?
Small dogs.
Oh, right, the puppies. Alright, Wukong actually smites away the dragon. Of course, Gametech, pretty much the worst dragon in the game. There's an engage on to.
Oh, Shy Boy dies to the cause for good reason.
The dog gets sent to Brazil. Yeah. Let's see Nafiri how he enjoys the slump. Will she get. I mean, I don't really think.
Oh my goodness me! Oh, he held on long enough to
This is raid boss Mordekaiser right here. Oh, he failed the flash. He flashed. I think he might fish here, and Love2 might get.
The shield is there for his beck and call.
The shield comes out. This is basically raid boss now. Like, this is Mordekaiser. And he's just going after Nish now. I think Nish has flash, but if he flashes over. Oh no. Yeah, so basically this is basically cascading effect of Hydra losing out his matchup in top lane, and that kind of snowballed into Mordekaiser is completely wiping out the team Ascension. Pretty unfortunate, I would say, but
sorry about the screen there, folks.
Alright, Nafiri goes on to the Kaiser, but then he gets counter engaged by the Malphite. I think Needly should be able to get away from this. Yeah, decent, not too bad, but I think a bit of an overcommitment by Q2 there. I'm not really sure why he went on with that. There wasn't any vision, and as well a bit skeptical on it anyways. But Mordecai is sitting on 6 kills and 2 assists, so man, it's gonna be a rich metallic knight. Rich pistol. He's gonna be like one of those bosses from Dark Souls, right?
Pretty much at this point. This
Exactly.
Mordecai is a side of Zio I've never seen before.
I have to say, that's the first time for everything, so.
Yeah.
Kamal, please enlighten us. How should the teams play it out from now onwards? What are the objectives? What timers are they playing for? Like, what should be done?
I'm not even gonna consider commenting on Shy Boy's jungle habits, because we all know that he has a better grasp on it than me. The Nidalee pick can throw things off a little bit to the side, because he is one of those squishy targets that will probably be erased if Kasta manages to like jump on him with another teammate. So it's a bit of a risky matchup for him. So honestly, from this point onwards, the way this game should be played is as long as Nidali keeps his support from afar and only comes in to like finish the job like Katarina would, he would be alive for all the other objectives. And in the jungle side, I think we have nothing to worry about. As for the rest of the team, good luck, because Raid Boss Mordecai is the scariest thing I've ever seen in this tournament. I haven't seen, I think the closest thing to that was game 1 of the semifinals. We saw a Kassadin Rain Terror against 3 people. But this mode is going to be a lot more consistent compared to that, and that should scare the ever-living crap out of them.
Also, fun fact is, since 14.8, you can no longer cleanse Mordecai's ult.
That is, again.
So you can't buy QSs. Like, buying QSs means nothing to Mordecai's now. Oh, there is an engage onto the Nidli here, but back to the day. How's the engage onto the monkey? Pretty fast. I don't think so. But
the
also.
Nidali happens again, but Nidali survives! Still looking for a fight, slowly fighting bit by bit as he backs off. But
Oh, the dog is here. The counter engage by Ascension really well played. Everyone's the blinking HP bus. Will Ascension do anything about it though? That is the question. Oh, Needless Spear just whiffs very so slightly. That's very unfortunate.
They actually got to top level here.
Yeah, so overall, I think a bit of an overconfidence by Benchoice again, and Ascension played it out pretty well. Love 2 is in a solid position to pretty much carry the game if he, doesn't get caught by Mordekaiser.
Of course.
But yeah, I think Mordekaiser is going for Leandries. I think he's going for either Leandries or Black Flame Torch is the latest item.
Love 2 probably seeding right now from having his back cancelled like that.
Yeah, I mean that's a bit of a toughie. I mean, I know as well. When your recall time gets kind of screwed, it messes up with how you get waves and you kind of lose out on experience.
Yeah, the rage in you, it settles in.
Of course, definitely. Oh man, it still kind of bums me out though that the Murphys not going to strike. This would be like money city if we had Counter Strike here, but I guess it's fine. Red team kind of letting blue team go onto the river. Not really sure why they're doing this. I mean, of course, Mordekaiser is not at full HP right now, and he's being targeted by the dragon as well. Nish gets sent to Brazil. Okay. Meanwhile, there is an engage going on to Nidli. I think Nidli should die from this. Of course, Love 2 cannot even enter the fight. She's just out of there. She's basically non-existent in this team fight. She should be able to escape this, and Red team maybe get away with the dragon and 2 kills. So, not really sure why Love 2 was staying behind dragon. I think with all the abilities that were used on Ridley beforehand, he could have maybe postured towards the bottom side of the river. But yeah, can Hydra actually? Oh, good flash by. That was actually very well played by Shao. So that's actually very interesting, right? That's called good layering. So Mordekaiser knew if Camille eat onto the wall, then he would try to go to the tower because tower equals safety, right? So by flashing next to the tower, right within tower range, he effectively cancelled Camille's, hook out.
Of course,
again.
So well, place out of safety.
Exactly, very, 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 very well played by Tower. Like really, good at mechanics.
I have newfound respect for you, my buddy. Now, of course, Shimer coming in to help Q here, a secure kill on Kasta, which I think should be easily possible. I mean, they could take the tower here, but I think they'd rather let the CS die. Oh, but the tower might die on their own here. In the midst of it all, in the midst of the confusion, Booyah, slowly but surely. Oh, I think he might be caught here, but... Oh, Red Team TP heading as well, but I think he could be caught here. He's not. The Raid Boss is caught in the tub, but he gets off scot-free. Battles are happening everywhere. And Nishal caught like a lamb to the slaughter. Oh my goodness.
I mean, at this point, I feel like they have an agenda against Nish. Like they're just focusing Nish down every single fight, every single game.
Honestly, it's a tough life being a support.
And of course, but here, red team has started off the Dragons. Sorry, Baron. I mean, it should be a pretty easy option unless Skyboy looks in for a steal here. There are no wards from red team here, so there could be potential steal angle here, but this could be this could be games if Cyborg gets to steal this. Will he do it? Will he commit? No, he won't be able to. Kratos masterfully just keeps Needle still, and he will. Yeah, he's gonna die. So really good play by Kratos there. Honestly, if he didn't hit that Leona E, he could have. There's a potential 50-50. Smite. So again, bench boys are coming back to life. Okay, very well played. I mean, that's something. But the issue is, look at the kills, but look at the goal difference.
That is a good point.
Right, it's barely 1k. Right, so
it's the 3 towers and the objectives.
And also, it's that the Jinx is slowly scaling up because she dies around the 30. Yeah, around 30 CS gap between the two ADCs and a kill to boot as well. So with a Lulu, as long as Nish is alive during team fights with the Jinx, this might be a toughie because I mean we all seen how Fed Jinxes play, right? If she gets one reset, it's pretty much done. So
of course, they're making the towers that they couldn't get with the Baron buff that they secure. That's
yeah, exactly. But there's another issue as well. Oh no! And before that, Hydra engages onto Kasa here. Kasa just ults out and of course. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, right? If the Leona, Malphite or Mordecai, not Mordecai, is that either Malphite or Leona opting to go for a Frozen Heart, they could severely reduce the damage output of Jinx because Jinx relies heavily on attack speed to do her damage. So by building a Frozen Heart, of course, you can heavily limit that. So we are gonna see.
Is also looking to build into a hybrid approach here.
Yeah, I think that's either he's gonna build to a Frozen Heart. So I think it's the right move. But the issue is his damage profile is gonna be a bit mixed. I hope that he goes and builds more AP after he builds Frozen Heart because
I personally don't think Frozen Heart on Malphite would have been the call here. Malphite would be that big boom of damage that you start off each fight with.
Exactly, and the thing here is, right, especially with the draft that they have, hooked up, they have tanks, right? They have a Leona, they have Mordecai, right? They have Wukong. Malphite has no reason to be dying. Your entire objective has to be flash all onto the ADC. If Jinx dies, they win the game, right? So the Frozen Heart pick here or the Randuin is not gonna really do much. So I'm a bit, how to say this, not satisfied with the itemization choice that he has gone to here because, I mean, draft items, right? I told earlier in the previous game as well, you gotta. Oh, wait, Skyboy actually slashes. He kills it. A very nice stuff. I mean, he does lose his life for it, but the thing here, guys, is right. They won Soul Point, and now by delaying Dragon, they keep the game alive for longer because, of course, so Infernal Soul Mordekaiser is gonna hit like a truck, and also a Malphite as well. But since the Malphite is doing too much damage, as he should have been, it's not going that big of a problem. But really, still a good play by Shyboy. Mad respect for even going for that, and even stealing it afterwards. So yeah.
Of course, like I said, red team slowly bringing back their towers, but the goal deficit still staying the same. Would you say that this is a singular effort of like the ADC on?
It's not just the ADC. It's that overall, apart from top play, there is CS. Like the blue team have more CS. Yeah. So the blue team actually have more CS under their belt, so they inherently actually have, I guess,
the team economy is
better for it. No, better for blue, because it's just that Mordecai is the one who's holding most of the goals, and of course we can see Mordecai is also going for Warden's Mail, which means he's going to build to a with the Frozen Heart. Honestly, I would prefer him going for a Randuin or a Frozen Heart because the slow combined with his Rylai's is going to be absolutely horrible for anyone who's caught in his death round.
What you mentioned is a very interesting thing. Like, we see team play taken into consideration when it comes to these tournaments. But something that a lot of people might not think about is working as a team towards the itemization of each individual player as well.
Exactly. See, no, that's a smart thing you brought up, because these are the okay. Maybe I want to hold off here. Might be an alt angle. Okay, no, they are spotted. Oh, they're not spotted. All right. Anyways, so the thing is, your League of Legends is a 5-man game. It's a team game, right? So in competitions like this, with like high level players, itemization needs to be spread out in a way that are characters most suitable or compatible with certain items in the build. Like in this case, right? Like, there's no reason for Malphite to even have built Plated Steel cards, right? His entire identity in this draft is to one-shot the carry. Being tanky and survive for longer does not mean he's gonna outdo or more damage, right? Malphite is a bursty champ. He uses all his cooldowns, that's it. It's over for him.
Of
Like,
course.
so-
I have a question to ask. If
Yeah.
that is indeed the case, for a Garen to build Stride Break and then fully build armor, do you think that's the right or wrong call?
Honestly, I don't think it depends on the enemy composition, right? Again, like, if you're in a position where you're ahead, right? If you're doing well, then of course building more damage makes no sense, because you're going to do more damage. Like, overall, be a bigger threat to the enemy carries or not, because we all seen characters who just do the hardest combo in the game, flash Q, all sorts, flash out.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah. But you get the idea, right? So essentially, being more damage is better, but at the same time, there's an interesting sort of thought process that you can go through. What if I'm ahead? Generally, with the stat modifiers that you get per level, you would actually get more stats than you would build, like, with items. So if you were tanky while being ahead in levels, you would generally do more damage, but that only depends on champs that actually have a kit that revolves around, let's say, outrange damage over time, right? So let's say Garen, you can do that, right? You can use Q and then he comes off cooldown. So going for a tanky build kind of works, but then you still want that one-shot potential on Garen. So that's, I would say, just building overall just bruisery into AD items generally
Of course,
would be
there
better.
might be a fight here.
I don't think so. This one for
Oh, they backed up. They backed up.
Yeah, but here Q2 is pushing in bot tower. There is a TP going on from Malphite here, and Q2 backs off because Dragon is spawning in, I don't know how many minutes, but it should be below 50 seconds. Okay.
The team can't always rely on Shy Boys kamikaze smites here. They should
course,
be
another-
looking for prep here, but both
Exactly.
teams should be late for the prep this time around. So
Overall, yeah. The thing here is, right, another cool detail, right? When you see the loading icon for major objectives, like the what do you call it? Yeah, I forgot the name for it. What do you call it?
the Dragon.
No. Yeah, the icon where it's like before it spawns, it's the hourglass, right? Yeah, so the hourglass icon, when it turns white, if I'm not professional, if it's white, that means the timer has reached 50 seconds.
Of course.
And then when it's yellow, it's either 15 seconds or 10 seconds. You can probably check up on that, but it's a nice little detail to remember.
Of course. It's subconsciously ingrained in most junglers.
Oh, that is almost
close one.
close. But with this, bench boys get Infernal Soul, and
Raid
man,
was
this is
close
gonna
enough.
be, yeah, and he has built Randuins. I was right. I called it.
There we go.
Because yeah, this Malphite is just gonna be, if anyone gets caught in the ult,
Yes.
Kasa just ults in. Not really sure why he died regardless. I guess he wanted the money. Starving Rock is not a good rock, but then also a rock that builds Plated Steel cards and Frozen Art is also not a good rock either. Dwayne Johnson would be disappointed.
That's sad. But of course, you are right as usual. Kratos looking for an engage on anybody. Just anybody here. Man, Bench Boys is carrying through with the lead here.
Yeah, of course, and this is all possible because of the lead that Zhao Raven managed to build up on towards the top lane. So, massive respect for him. He should be the MVP for this match if they
Yes.
manage to win it out. So, definitely well played by Zhao.
We need to show some love for our Zaya Raven here, man. All of you people.
Oh, Jackson Engage going on to Kasa here. He does flash. Will they able to catch it? The land,
That
of course,
insult
and
was just the appetizer.
this is where you would think if Malphite had not missed the result earlier, he could have altered the way to safety.
Of course.
Small mechanical mishaps here again costing tempo for Bench Boys. Though I don't think they can really do too much, but they're doing a good thing by denying red team, minions to push in to get the tier 3 mid-lane power.
And of course, the
But-
scariest thing of them all, the cannon. The
Of course,
Baronized
yeah.
cannon million.
Yeah, so I don't think Bench Boys is going to get that big of a advantage with this Baron because the blue team is actually pretty much neutralizing it by putting in waves. And again, right, this goal difference stays the same. It doesn't move. No matter how many kills Bench Boys has, right, the goal difference used to stay around same. Zhao Raven just flash, uses every single ability, but this is very unfortunate. But I think he should still. I think he missed every single ability. Okay, I believe that's one of the only encounters where Zhao has missed every single one of his abilities.
He's probably very thankful for that Hex Drinker right now.
I mean, I don't even the Hexstring and also the Triforce movement speed that you get. I mean, of course, you can give some props
That
to
is
Hydra
true.
as well.
And to be fair, you also have to give credit for his mechanical skills there. The way he
Yeah.
kept like the E and the Q, and then kept going and then
Exactly.
kept doing it so consistently.
Exactly, and that's also possible because of the Triforce movement speed that you get when you properly Spellblade effect. So overall, still good. I don't think it massively changes anything. The only biggest problem is Mordekai's based his flash for the 1-7 Camille. I don't think that was really useful, but I mean, each to their own, right? I guess
Of course.
that's how it is. But you can see the thing is, right, if Mordekaiser does land one of his EQs, he's gonna do mad damage just because of the Infernal Soul, right? So you gotta be very careful to even get altered by Mordekaiser here. Of course, they're still ARAMing mid. I think they really want to get the mid tier 3 tower, but ideally here they should have split their team composition pushed in top and bot tier so they can synchronize the waves and try to get both towers simultaneously. But again, nice flash, Milatu. Beautiful pixels of his flash. That was really good mechanical play here. Mordekaiser, I think really altered. Love2 is just Love2 gets altered by Mordekaiser still acknowledged. Yeah. I love.
The raid boss is now punishing Nishan. But of
My
course,
brain
the
was just
portfolio
tanking
was
tower
taken
shots. I don't think anything. I think Boya should fall here as well. Mordekaiser is still alive. They should really just not fight him.
there's no
Yeah.
The raid boss carries through. The polymorph could save Shaibo here, but
I think Mordekaiser. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Mordekaiser. I mean, he should just walk away from
and
this.
the auto heaters, they don't even feel the auto attack.
Oh.
The polymorph gives it clutch. But
I mean,
no
this is just
way.
raid.
Nishan
That's-
being like, back off.
Of course, right? Like really good because I mean, it's literally Zhao Raven's game. Like he is the one. He is him. This game.
They put on a bandana and said, nah, I'd win. This is terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, of course he could have, but the issue is, as much as we can praise Zhao Raven for carrying these team fights, we have to also sort of be critical on the side of Team Ascension. Like they had no reason to go after the Mordekaiser. They should cut their losses, go push out waves, make sure they can get something on the map, not just give more kills to the Mordekaiser. He's already full build. He's not gonna matter too much, but regardless, they lose our tempo. Nish gets engaged here. He could possibly.
Oh my god, Kasa ultimate! But does Nishan back to
Kasa
safety?
completely whiffed his ult. But I guess they're gonna still look towards Baron again.
Yeah,
I don't
looking for
think.
Baron once again. But now the blue team is looking to answer this call here, but what will happen? Oh, the RGF is giving it temporary vision here. Nothing
No, I don't think.
happened.
I believe this is the third Baron.
The
I'm
raid
not
boss
wrong,
is
yeah.
looking awfully low.
Yeah, no, that's just. I don't think. Oh, Q2 just does ult here, but I don't think he gets to do anything. But again, I mean, of course,
Just
this
like
game.
last game, Hydra just watches them fight and pushes another lane instead.
Of course, yeah, and they might be able to secure Elder Buff here. Massive mistake by Bench just to give it up like this. No, I don't think it's not gonna be too big a problem. It's just gonna be, you know, Elder Buff versus Baron, you know, whenever the fight takes place. So the issue here is if Bench Boys do not let
How is that?
Double Team engage.
Oh,
Never mind.
no.
Raid Boss is 1v1ing. I mean, there's no way Camille survives that, and they lose one Elder Buff from that. I don't think anything's really going to happen. This Elder Buff is more of like not letting Bench Boys take it and just denying it from them. Yeah. Okay, Nefiri ults here, but will he go on to an engage? Looking on to big.
Oh, we could might die here, sir. No.
Alright, I think of course there's a chance that Mordecai should die here because. Okay, love to get altered, but he does have GS, so he might revive, but there are no minions to protect him and he
that
needs
frame
to.
perfect javelin by Shy Boy.
Yeah, that was really well played, but then again, not too much happening. Mid lane gets pushed up with minions, but then Wukong is advanced pick, so not too much of a biggie. So they did manage to pick up. I'm not too sure who picked up Mordecai's bounty. Did you see it, Mama?
Sorry, I did not.
Hold down. You can check in the message tab. I think. Bring it up. You can see the history. Press enter. The message, the enter thing. Yeah, so you can see who picked it up. Oh yeah, Needly. So yeah, Needly got the. Alright, so big cash. Oh, Caster's here. And yeah.
That is quite a shame. That's quite a
That's
shame.
like. Oh, I mean, it's just Malphite, right? But the thing is this, right? Again, not really happy that he's just building full tank after one Malignance. Makes zero sense. He could be outputting so much more damage here. Yeah, I am not really too sure why he's building. But then again, I'm gonna probably stop talking about this now because.
Oh my goodness! I almost revealed the final result of the match. They're not doing it this time. We're gonna see this all the way through.
Well, it's safe to say that. I mean, Bench Boy is currently with the lead that they have with the Mordecai's team.
And also, if you think about it, like, oh my goodness, rock paper scissors messaging me. He will have to wait. My brother in Christ, the stream is going on. Oh my goodness. Oh. Of course, Hydra dash is nowhere. Wicked side dash is nowhere. But we might die here. Yeah. It's the third defensive ult I've seen from the man. I think even though Bench Boys just seem to have the advantage here, they have them right in the backbone instead.
Of course, here actually, what's going to happen here? There's an engage going on to 3 members from Team Ascension. Oh, Raid Boss Mordecai is actually going down here. He might die if Jinx does.
Love to change the target there for a moment. I don't know why exactly he's doing that.
I think we just attack move. But Q2 just goes in, to engage Casa, goes in for an out there, but not correctly on the right targets here. Ascension actually will win this matchup somehow. They managed to. Bench Boys actually managed to throw the lead that they got.
Yes.
That is very, very, very unfortunate.
Love 2 falls down, but after doing so much for the team, and Wicked being polymorphed here is also, it takes the king. What will Shy Boy do here? She's going for the win!
Yeah, of course, I think Nish is I think Nish is able to close off.
No, Nishan.
Oh no, actually, it's not over yet. The other team is Camilla's TP.
Here we go. Camille.
I don't think the Bullcom can do anything. Oh, he's looking for it. I mean, very, very sad here. Again, I believe Bench Boys had they had everything in the bag. This would have been the win, and they just unfortunately threw it away.
Yes. So that was sad. We The match was as epic as we expected it to be. The mere fact that we saw the gold economy to be so close, yet the kill count to be so far, just goes as testament that even if the kill counts told a different story, the individual skills still kept the match equal. It was an amazing sight to see, but it's safe to say that the winner has been decided of this best of 3 semi-finals of the League of Legends IGF tournament. Team Ascension goes ahead to the finals. Now, the other opponent of the finals, that will be decided tomorrow, as losers team match 4 and 5 will take place tomorrow, which will close off the brackets entirely, leaving us our 2 finalists. But for now, we can keep our heads high knowing that Ascension will be there at that live LAN event, trying to raise the Phoenix flag up high. Anyways, Meza, what do you think about the match overall? What did you like? Did you like the result? This is what you expected it to be? Is your heart elated?
Man, this is pretty tough because I wanted to see a proper, a back and forth. I wanted to see a game 3, right? Because these are both like there are talented members, people on both teams, and these mistakes that I saw, and all this overall, like it was very unfortunate to see, right? But overall, I'm still super happy for Ascension, for getting them in the finals and all that. But I would have preferred, if Bench Boys actually had put up more of a fight. I mean, that's my thoughts on this. But overall, still a good series. There were a lot of hype moments, with Dragon Steals and like perfect, like good mechanical plays here and there. Bad itemization choices from a lot of players, but it is what it is, right? But still, good series.
Good series, and with those words, we are looking to conclude the semi-finals of the League of Legends IGF tournament. As always, thank you so much, Rotaract Club of IIT, for making this happen. Thank you so much for all the sponsors for keeping with us to make sure that this is an amazing tournament. Overall, I got to see friends, acquaintances, and distant people play in this series so far, and they've been doing a hell of a good job showcasing exactly what they can do to the League of Legends tournament scene. And the finals are going to be just as exciting, and believe me when I say that the losers rounds are going to be just as exciting as well. So keep an eye out for tomorrow. We will be streaming both matches, so all in good time. Thank you so much for sticking with us so far. Everybody, it's 11:10 p.m. so don't forget to sleep, especially for those who have to work tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.